From the streets of it down to the world beyond, to the yarn about the things we the hold strong. Political talks we no go shy, migration stories should no go die. Entertainment we go dance to the beat, health and well-being make we rise when we sit. This now we platform, we go speak the truth. For the young and the old, now we voice me the
Good morning,
roots.
Saloon, and member say if you just join me today, we'll look at the First Lady statement them against political appointees and the impact and the effects where this gets on governance and service delivery. Already now the studio, we don't welcome a political analyst. We now Raymond Ira Toure. We expect the representative from the office of the First Lady for January anytime from now. But as we wait for them for January at the studio, we continue to look at issues to go say the Minister for Health, Dr. Austin Dembisi, as part of government's commitment for developing human capital, make the ministry assign one mobile health clinic to the Multimaga Technical University, then Godrich campus for provide medical service for students them at this university. And talk this inside one worker with staff and management of the Multimaga Technical University, Gudu Turam, for talk about the impact and how useful the boss will then assign to them. The from on this we train Cherno Chalo.
For over 2 years now, the Ministry of Health don't they carry the mobile health clinic where they can call hospital or wheels. Now different communities and for attend to people where they find them difficult for get access to proper medical service, either because of location or finance. As the ministry continue for carry them bosses in different parts of the country for attend to people, for make people get access to better medical service, make some time back the ministry been take one panem bosses so now the Multimaga Technical University now Godrich campus. Who say this boss be able to foresee plenty students and community people them now this particular area where at the end of the day able for support government initiative for care medical facility na the doorstep of plenty people. But as this boss, we don't left this location and don't serve the intended purpose, make staff and management na the Multimaga Technical University been see the need for go back and the ministry and appreciate them for their efforts. Dr. Philip John Kanu, now the principal at the Multimaga Technical University, they talk about why this move.
Because he supported us in the drive to make sure that we have a healthy university environment. He did not just send the bus for the student, but even the community. So we thought it wise that we must say thank you because this is a tradition that we missed long ago. When people do something for you, you must go and say thank you. So Mr. Minister, it's actually not a very big gift, but we have this card that is developed by the university.
The principal at the Multimaga Technical University, Professor Philip John Kanu, continues saying they do this because they know the kind of impact to this boss being created at the life of students them and serve community people along that community day.
On behalf of the University Court Administration, staff, students of the Multimaga Technical University, and our surrounding communities, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to your ministry for your unwavering support in facilitating the free medical outreach organized by the Healthcare Sierra Leone USA. Your collaboration has been instrumental in bringing essential health services, including general checkups, screening, mobile health care buses, and consultations to our campus, and most important, our surrounding communities at no cost. This outreach held on the February 25th to 6th, 2025 reflects our shared commitment to promote health and wellness among our students and staff. We appreciate your dedication to improving healthcare access in our community and look forward to continue this important partnership.
After this statement, Professor Philip John Kanu be hand over the card to the Minister of Health. And when they talk the Minister of Health, Dr. Austin Dembisi, the efforts by the university for come and tell them thank you for what they do, shows the ministry they're on the right track.
This is a mark of appreciation not to my person, but to the ministry, to the staff, the entire staff of the ministry, for the strong collaboration with our colleagues from the diaspora who came in to give back to the nation. And we believe that MMTU is one of the citadels of learning in this country. And as our major investment in human capital, we know that these students there are the future of this country. We want, as they focus on expanding their knowledge acquisition, that they remain healthy and strong. Again, most times you hear people say, this not a work, this not a work, this not a work, but it's nice when you do something good, even though it's a service, even though it's something that's required of us. A thank you motivates the staff to do even more. So instead of you saying thanks to us, we are saying thanks to you, Professor, and to the university.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Austin Demby, end up assure Salone people say the ministry will continue this project for say more people able to access proper medical facility, even in a situation we say another couple for fund themselves. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Nachang Jalo, the report.
The program is still listening to now. Good morning, Salon. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. In Saturday edition of the program, Good Morning, Salon. We look at First Lady in statements them against political appointees them, and what in this mean for service delivery and governance now the country. As we mentioned earlier, we don't welcome Raymond Ira Toure from we a political think tank, and it don't serve for it don't serve as lecturer at the political science department for Bay College for 9 years. We don't left, and same way so we don't work on several political science consultancy for Africa Union on election and electoral processes, and same way so don't work for as consultants for International Institute for Democratic and Electoral Assistance International. We had international idea as a consultant on political processes and politics. And same way so presently it work as an independent research consortium and think tank. We look into politics of the country. Once again, good morning, Mr. Toure, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Yeah, good morning, my brother, and good morning to listeners out there.
Okay, we don't get in the studio, but we don't say we get you for look at national issues. Today we look at the First Lady in statement against political appointees and within this mean. We just before council with Raymond Gira for inform listeners and viewers of Radio Democracy. We still expect Wusu Dadida Jallo, spokesperson, Office of the First Lady. We would expect for join we anytime from now the studio. But before we can look at the First Lady in statements against political appointees, then as a political analyst, a think tank will work on national politics, or they look at national politics now, how you can describe the country's current political situation?
Really, to be very honest, I therefore say this, that we politics, we democracy, it go one kind way like we will continue for fragmentum.
What do you mean?
Fragmentation here means we will continue for divide the democracy. And democracy, no need for be divided, for consolidator. What do I mean by consolidation? For make the democracy, make it be strong. But so far, I see the political landscape as divided and polarized. And stemming from even within the First Lady talk, because if you refer to government appointees, yeah, you go Kono for go advocate, join you bad place for the right. But that does not necessarily mean you for refer to people where the president appoint as dogs there. That word in itself, it's unethical. And they expect them for come from the First Lady, somebody where they say at the mama of the country. You have to lead by example. So the democracy, they go fine at this country. I have to state it categorically.
We come look at the First Lady statement them, and the one at Kono in particular. waiting at the impact of that on governance and service delivery. When you look at the country politics, and you now a researcher and think tank on national politics, one issue we kind of recently where people they discuss now the issue of the PR system where the country they practice now. But you look at the political parties, them, no take the SLPP for instance, we don't do the lower level elections, them, then do them in constituency basis, while the country they in PR system. What in exactly this they communicate and what it mean?
My brother, say what you may, but this is just the fact. You see, when you are in governance, it's bad for the change the rules of the game when the game day on. What do I mean? We were not having a proportional representation system.
Yep.
We get a first past the post system. But politicians, they change rules for suit their own convenience. And now look what is going on. We have constituency elections. And we've been given a PR system. But those elections are not reflecting the PR system. So that tells you the whole thing, they're not thinking well. Because if they be thinking well, they for no say this PR system for resonate. It should trickle down all other types of elections within the context of the governance and politics of Sierra Leone. So it boils down to our political players changing the rules to suit their convenience.
So it's always you don't say you think say this system now okay?
The PR system, foremost, do Sierra Leoneans need a PR system? Was a wider consultation made before the PR system was adopted? These are the issues. We are talking about democracy here. And democracy is about consultation. It's not about being imposing what you think convenient because you are the helm of affairs. No.
Earlier on when you begin talk, you talk about some of the things them according to you say don't they happen, what don't they bring political divide in the country. For listeners them out there, waiting at some of them here we think say don't they happen at the country, don't they bring political divide?
They're numerous. They're beaucoup. One, like I was saying about democratic consolidation, you don't fragment democracy. That is why we have the expression, they say people in glass houses must not throw stones. You cannot be at the helm of affairs. Just for example, what the First Lady said. Imagine those serving the government. You call them dogs. What is the interpretation? How even within the SLPP, supporters will perceive that very statement? It's derogatory.
We will come back to that statement there and we go play them inside the program. So apart from the First Lady calling the government appointees them dog, what are some of the things them back where you think say according to you say them boku, whether they cause political divide in the country?
My sister, it's glaring. We all do. In fact, politics is very practical. I am in Sierra Leone. I'm an observer. I do observe what they happen. Now go into the previous first term of HE. Even during the elections, what happened? We saw heavy military presence in the opposition office. The place was tear gassed.
Yes, for listeners, they will continue to talk Creole.
They stormed the office of the opposition. Even shoot them. Is that the way you consolidate democracy? Come to the elections and the outcome of the elections. Till date, the contestant of the APC, Dr. Samra Martin Wilson Kamara, is still the seek electoral justice.
But they don't do the tripartite and also the peace talk, and both authorities don't sign to them.
Have the recommendations of the tripartite been implemented? This is the question we ask. Have those recommendations been implemented? No. So this is a flagrant display of authoritarianism. Make no mistake about it. I'm coming from a political science background. My lens is not distorted, not disjointed. I look at issues from that lens.
But then still they implement some government. We began the chief minister last time talk about the stage where they don't go end. Even the one of the moral guarantors them the US embassy come up with a position on how far they don't go with the implementation of the tripartite agreements them or the recommendations.
Oh, you as a journalist, tell me what implementation has taken place.
As a political think tank, what do you make up of them? Or somebody they follow national politics? You as
there has never been an implementation of the recommendations of the tripartite.
We see one okay, Musa. We see one panel recommendation. Those side they say for free political prisoners.
Have they been free?
Yes, we see that on free. One side even the mayor waiting, and then they on the talk. Then yes, sir, you there you talk say this recommendation or they implement but the people already talk on behalf of when the opposition, they win and they don't sign some of the agreements them, and then governments with their moral guarantor and they on the talk for let them go continue as the implementation process they carry on.
I have nothing against the stance of the opposition. My concern here is the observance of democratic principles, the tenets of democracy. You know, we've been for too long for implement an agreement.
Okay. Raymond, you have to continue for stay with me inside the program Good Morning Salon with time. Now 2:08, we go for a short break. We join you again inside the program Good Morning Salon. If you just join me, remember say today we go look at the first lady statements against political appointees and within this mean for governance, and we wait for the spokesperson from the office of the first lady. We be do agree for Canada the program and we expect them for January anytime from now. We na Usu Dadida Jalo. The program Good Morning Salon they continue.
Lockmouth is a fast-acting, effective and safe anti-malaria drug that contains Artemether and lumenfantrine. Lockmouth is a first-line agent in the treatment of all forms of malaria, including multi-drug resistant strains of malaria parasites. Lockmouth, another quality product from Emzo Pharmaceuticals. Emzo, experience unlimited wellness.
Consult your doctor if symptoms persist.
It don't come back again. Yes, it don't come back again.
Now it don't come back again.
This now other round of Sierra Leone Integrated Household Survey, SLIS.
Well, tell me what SLIS they bought.
SLIS now one household survey where they try for measure the living standard of people them at the country every 5 years. It collect useful data them where they talk about how we they live, and that data they need them for development, for make law, plan, and make decision.
But here tell me who stand this survey go begin and who side them go do them?
This survey don't already begin from January 2025 and it go on Saturday, December 2025. Now all the district them across the country.
Well, tell me how them go do them.
Because this na survey, not to all household them go. Statistic Salon, when at the institution where by law get the power for collect data in a salon, for sake of that, don't sample but 13,069 household them at the country. And this survey, they go do them na them household and they will not select where they day across the country.
Well, wait, who's kind of a question then get for the ask?
Statistic Salon staff them go wear sleeves labeled t-shirts with ID card. Then go na your host, ask you question but you live in standard, your household, waiting una they eat, how una day, and other thing there where they go look but poverty business.
So waiting me for do now?
Well, you for there on the lookout because a possible say you host na one panel host the way them pick and you for ready for welcome and provide the correct answer as good citizen to the question where they go get for ask you and your household.
Member say this survey go help for determine the level where the poor dey and living standard na the country, and it go provide data for help government and other development partner them for put poor comot from people them.
This message come from Statistics Salon, Stats SL. They go to you.
Make sure say them continue.
Bet to Max. Bet to win weekly sports bet promo. Bet a minimum of 10 leon with Betomax online at betomax.sl and stand the chance to win up to 25,000 leons every week. Yes, 25,000 leons every Monday. Don't miss out on free money. Place your bet now and get in on the action. The more you bet, the better your chances of winning big. Betomax. Bet to win. Bet smart. Win big. Win big. Win big. But remember, only 18 years plus and terms and conditions apply. Always bet responsibly.
The program we listen to na Good Morning Salon and they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we continue for look at issues them and we take one per headline story them. Inside one interview with Radio Democracy, the executive chairman for the Petroleum Regulating Agency, Fatima Maada say the easy way make up till now the country fuel price steady. Now because of the system where government will put in place for make people not suffer. Well, Fatima Maada explain more. So we reporter Usman Kamara.
At the moment, we receive various policies, US, they were very large oil producing countries, and very recently we see the energy secretary. We talk about the tendency for the price, the output increase that will affect international reference prices. At the start of the week, we see pressure on OPEC. Then said they consider for let them look at the output by various member countries. We don't expect forget a free fall if the output increase because of what did happen in the last 3 quarters in 2024, sticky downwards. We also see Nigeria very close to Sierra Leone. They said they try to boost their production quota. In fact, last month they began to exceed the quota we OPEC give them. That they began to also translate into crude oil prices. Then there are also series of policy changes, and we also see some global financial challenges with eminent around the globe. But back home here in Sierra Leone, we see today with pump price, the market very quiet. For 2024, the first quarter, second quarter, also the third quarter, prices begin for be bullish, they begin for increase. Towards the festive period, for the sell petrol and diesel, and around 29 to 30 leons around that period. But we still kept the market as it is, and up to the opening of 2025. The local market in Sierra Leone, we also don't see evidence of new players coming in. 5 years ago, we get around 3 importers, for instance. Today, we get 7 registered importers or more. Importation also 5 years ago, we import around 350,000 metric tons per annum. Up to December last year, that increased to 525,000 metric tons. That is a whooping jump of 52%. That they we say the market they expand. In terms of the retail market, we get around 170 retail market across Sierra Leone. That also don't jump to 485 gas stations.
All right. You just give we update on international market and local market. But for salon, what are they use? Where they determine the price?
What they determine look at pump price. Sierra Leone, we get two factors. The major factor we get the international reference price. One of the Platts. We get the Platts. One of the reference price where the importers they go buy a product in various producing countries. But for Sierra Leone, what we will do, we set a very high standard. The plat now 10 ppm, the highest standard we don't set since we get the tool in 2020 in anticipation of the growth of the market. We said the market is so today, we anticipate that. So the highest plat level, now 10 ppm, we are the world standard, now we use for plat. So it move, it translate into local pump prices. The second one, they also determine oil price locally na foreign exchange, because the receivables for all importers is local currency. If you go at the pump, they pay in leones, but the importer and they convert that into US dollars for the Igbo import. So those two factors, the twin effect of those two factors, they determine the pump price. So one increase, the other decrease or remain flat. The combined effect, they go to the landed cost, then will happen whether with the increased price or the decreased price or the keep it that way.
All right. As you explain about price, this brings me to the question: waiting at the country official price in terms of fuel?
Since December to date, will be average around 29 leons to 30 leons. That was the actual market price. But we sell what to put out to the market, Petroleum 27.3 leons per liter, and the diesel 27.4 leons. That are the official price. That are the pump price. That are the legislative price.
All right. Now, the official price now 27.3. But waiting the act say if a fuel dealer they sell below the official price, is it not a crime?
Before addressing that, I must say we need to commend the sector. We need to commend particularly the leadership of President Julius Maada Bio, because 5 years ago, he gave additional responsibility for ensure say we open up the market, we open up the sector and restore fairness among players. If you ask me whether possible sell below the government's stipulated price, what I will do is I'll refer you to the act. I've done hearing all this discussion. It's very good for the democracy, it's good for the market. That means our market is vibrant and people are interested in the sector. If you look at 2014 Act, even the old Act, with the repeal now in the Parliament, if you look at Section 12(2)(b), it talks about that we as regulators, we must ensure effective harmonization of local prices with international trading price for petroleum product in order to prevent extortionate pricing tendency. So how the extort person, now we the charge them above the market, the pump price, understand? So now the lottery will not allow anybody for good quote price above within the regulated of states. Secondly, if you also compare that to the current act, where we don't the car use now, the NPRA Act 2025, if you look at Section 62(1), instead it will say a petroleum service provider shall not misapply the prescribed pricing formula to result in an overcharge of a petroleum product for a consumer. So meaning our responsibility is to set a ceiling, and that's what we have been doing. We set a ceiling. Everybody get a own business strategy. So if somebody decides say me get for go sell at this price to see, because don't forget inside the pricing formula, all levies are protected.
All right. So lastly, we get enough fuel at this moment.
Get enough product. If you observe up to last year Christmas, in fact the last 2 years, we don't go through that. We don't get any issue regarding petroleum product disruption. I want to commend the entire industry, all the importers, all the storage companies, and the oil marketing companies, the dealers, and I commend them. I want to take this opportunity for commending what did they do the previous festive period. Also, we did into Ramadan, we experienced stability, we experienced market decorum. So I have to commend all of them. Also to the government for the kind of policy we put in place for creating the environment for we operators.
Well, you will listen to the executive chairman for the Petroleum Regulating Agency, Brian Mabalwa Kuruma, where they talk to a reporter, Usman Kamara, inside that interview day. As he said, the reason we make up till now the country in fuel price steady, now because of the system we government don't put in place for make people not suffer. The program we listen to now Good Morning Salon, and it comes to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And we will bring this edition. My name is Kabia.
Musa Kamara, name. And today we look at the first lady statements them against political appointees them and what this mean for governance and service delivery. We get Raymond Toure. Now the program we a political researcher, we the with we and first and lecturer at the political science department for the college. As we announced earlier, they expect Wusu Dadida Jallo, spokesperson, office of the first lady. We don't promise for the part of the program, but still we know Siamites for join we the program. They can't join Raymond, but quick we go for short break where we come. We continue the program. Good morning, Salon.
UTB, Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you go transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible for collect money na ATM machine without the ATM card. Now that we call cardless ATM. You, the UTB customer, go send money to anybody and the person can collect the money na any UTB ATM panel without any ATM card. All it can do now for just enter the reference code and collect the money. The UTB copper in safe day. With this UTB copper, any UTB customer can transfer copper with a mobile phone to anybody up to 5 billion loans. And with the reference code, the person can go to any UTB branch and collect the copper. Union Trust Bank, we there for you.
Emo?
Yes, darling.
You say you no get money this evening, but I take notice say you come with boku provision them. Make it no be say na trust you don't go trust them provision ya.
You don't wonder you say me trust? When you they talk about the magician and banking business na the country, Zenith Bank they number 1. You see them Cardia na me an, then call them Visa and MasterCard. I can use them Cardia, take money na any Zenith Bank branch na the country. Any side, anytime, and any hour. I can use the Cardia, do payments na supermarket, hotel, restaurant, pharmacy, or any shop where get POS machine. You can use the Cardia do online payment for goods where you want pay for online. Any banking transaction where you do with Zenith Bank, you must get bank alert for inform you the client about your account transaction, or can even send notification via email or mobile SMS for you where can do deposit or cash withdrawal. For more, just go to Zenith Bank their office na 18 and 20 Rodin Street, Lumley, Kleintown, and Wellington Freetown, or then branch them na Lunge Airport, Bo, McKinney and Kenema, or can call 076 418 482 and 088 044 238. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Always in my space.
The program Good Morning. The program Good Morning Saloon, they continue. We join with studio guest Raymond Toure. We are political analyst and researcher. We work with a think tank consortium. We look at saloon politics. When they look at the First Lady in statement them against political appointees and the impact we get on delivery, on governance and service delivery. Therefore, can listen to some of the statements here where it be done they make over the years, including the one corner. But now look at the waiting in a public discussion, waiting as a political analyst, now the role of the office of the First Lady.
You know, the office of the First Lady, it's a very important office. You have initially they get a traditional role when I just like take care of your man, housewife, but in modern day politics, the office of the First Lady don't transcend that role. They can be even heads of, advocacy. They can be on campaign, support the husbands, So, in this role here, they transfer from even 1849 in the US. So, the office, a role not limited, to be very honest, in a very strategic role. But what's essential here by this discourse, that like how the first lady for carry himself. And they take the recent happening in Kono. Yes, the motive was fine. The first lady come from Kono. So if any mining company not they do what they're supposed to do, it's just normal. Myself no go agree. You go join your people. But that is not to say if we make the utterances the day call political appointees there as dogs.
Somebody will say different people get different way for express emotion, and woman and man get different way for express. Maybe we person at one case anything.
Yes, but that is why anybody within in a position of trust, leadership, you don't talk with your heart, you talk with your head. Because within there you're in a position of leadership. Because anything where you talk, it's like a policy statement. People, they look at that. So you have what we call emotional discipline. She was so emotional that if you use that type word, you know, if you say even within the SLPP party, because those serving the government, it then creates what we call a rift, a serious divide. And that divide, it affects service delivery. Remember, from a political science perspective, how do you rate a government? You have what we call entrance legitimacy. That is through elections, when government, the votes are in democratically. But this government has a challenge of entrance legitimacy. Because why would they have electoral justice all over the place? Then the other way would rate any democratic system, now the performance. So if you don't have an entrance legitimacy, and the performance legitimacy also is questionable, then trust me, I think we are coming to the prediction of Socrates.
Anna, maybe you talk say the first lady in office a role very important, and you say the first lady gets way out for carrying safe. So our first lady for carrying safe.
Good. First lady, not so ordinary citizen. Now citizen with authority. And anybody within a position of trust, if you pick and choose your word the way they talk in public. By calling others serving the government, the incumbent, as dogs. And she went beyond that. People they receive brown envelopes. No wonder why the Auditor General's report, they always talk about.
So apart from the first lady's statements and all, within the society, first lady don't they champion various campaigns they will get for do it rape, insanity part they went on the give. I go able for it stand there and what you go say towards that.
Trust me, kudos to her. It's a laudable venture. And that is expected because I tell you, say the office not traditional. You have more than first ladies. Okay. They are not only housewives. They are back on advocacy, promoting social equality, social justice. So that is good. But equally, we must not be oblivious of the fact, say, you are somebody we carry authority. Just like mama, you know, we call other people, they say, na dog there. How would you equate a human being to a dog? That is my bone of contention.
Okay, now we continue for stay with Raymond Gira Toure. We guest for today. We just want to remind listeners and viewers of Radio Democracy that we invite the spokesperson office of the First Lady, we na Usu Dadida Jalo, we be agree for the part of this program, but as it day now, we almost reach 8:30. We still not see it, and we still expect them for joining inside the program. But meanwhile, we go and listen to First Lady in statement. Now, Kono, we look at, or we now one of the issues that we would look at today.
Now, we don't reach to that point where they don't almost agree. But we get some dogma command and then government here. Where as Exactly, Mama. For some reason, they don't believe say somebody there inside this government will go help them, let them not pay this money. They don't do all kinds of things, but nobody know they challenge them because they know say once they pass brown envelope, then they get away with it. Now me want to say, not to all man in this country away they give brown envelope is shut up. Yes. Because the same person when they can pop do holding, you know what he tell them? No. He say let them do holding and turn off the lights so that other people that will hate me. And then they don't tell them. They say they do holding then they turn off the lights. Then they say because we have a protest, that then they make them turn off the lights. So that other people that will say, now me they can bring tireless pandemic. If they all when they sit down there, when they sit down, now they can sit down. Now they cabinets then they make decision. Then they tell me what they don't say, then they can bring Pocono. Yes. So there they make una. If you don't get light, una not say that this are the arrangements where they don't make. Because one great person don't go take envelope from them. Because this person here, he don't shame, say he know how to fix the problem. And because he know how to fix the problem, he said me not to fix the problem. He said me not to government. Now tell us say me not to government for me not to not pick it. How can they undermine this process? Like I don't only get for loss. I don't only get the audacity for write me very fictitious a letter. But tell me say me not to government. So after we don't agree on everything, no, because this angry person here, we not say not sabi doing job, he not able for deliver, he just say they lie to people there, they pretend like a person they can do work. So because you don't see say they cannot problem one solve, let them go solve the your problem now they own district to say them come out. Yes. Not say how they come out.
You don't listen to the statement. Three thematic areas. One, it look at the unity within the governance system itself, where it seems as if that is undermining each other's efforts. That's one. Second, the allegation of corruption government officials them engaged in. That's another allegation. And again, is another allegation. The issues them. But look at these two thematic areas: them corruption, division, and undermining.
Now, it goes without saying. We've heard from the First Lady. And the Pabi don't talk Hichi. He said because of democratic principles and the time we get, no way will change Sierra Leone. Well, the First Lady, they speak to that fact now. See, because it will deliver. And now, what role is she playing? As an indigenous of Kono, myself now, Motima Bondoflo, like the bomb, like the plants be able. I want to sit down, huh? That region they produce wealth for this country, then the wealth not they reflect there. That's the role First Lady is playing. She's not even playing the role as somebody where they're part of a government. No. She's playing the role of an indigenous of Kono. And trust me, anybody we highly conscientize get that right for you. The only thing like she was not emotionally disciplined. You know, they use obscenity, especially when you're in a position of trust. But she's better, meaning now from me hearty they talk. You know, they talk from the head. Now bitterness to be the portrait. So that is just one thematic area. The other one that tells you, trust me, the whole SLPP government, as it is shambolic.
What did that mean?
What did that mean? The government is in shambles. It's disintegrating. There is no unity within. No unity. Because if there is unity, trust me, they will speak with one voice.
So in that area, they, according to you and the First Lady being make and clear, say a step in that area because in a Kono-Pikin and all. Then the same First Lady doing a statement where they talk now that where some minister they don't fail and all and able for settle them, make the president send them for go mediate between that. And we don't see not to want them several times the First Lady don't say this still at the door, wait till they say now waiting a man can don't tell me. Then we get a government officials or they work now there different sector them. What do you think say this mean for good governance?
Well, let me tell you. Let us not underestimate the importance of the office of the First Lady. If my memory could serve me well, Rosalind Carter, the late President Carter, Jimmy Carter, a woman, he said, when a husband is hit to advice, it do well. If he ignore advice, he say no, they do well. Remember what we call pillow talk. First lady, just like a lioness, no matter how the lion angry, the lioness will come and down. So you don't underestimate that office. It's very important and pivotal. Even though not an office where they vote for.
So you think say in anything we get for do with development, like what it happens so na Koidu limited and anything we get for do then it can find at times that the first lady can step in and talk, and according to you, the first lady in office is very powerful and waiting don't they do?
No, not in all cases. Not in all cases. Because that office is not an elected office. But a role here now for help a man make it succeed. That is sacrosanct. But the issue here is, whilst you assist a man may succeed, equally don't trample on others. We equally they help human make it succeed in governance architecture. This is the bone of contention here. So it is not bad for the first lady for champion certain development issues in the country.
The other issues again, Mr. Suri, that the first lady make up of allegation of bribery and corruption within government, and some quarters they ask that the ACC for ask the first lady for produce evidence of the one them really collect brown envelope from Kwedu Limited or collect bribe for process and procedures them for go point them so that the ACC they investigates.
Maybe worry about this not to way hide. The first lady just don't come point to the fact where they happen. But we don't read Auditor General's report there. Several reports there. We all know, we are aware. We are aware that this incumbent, this government, it gets a lot of misappropriation of funds. Let us just take even this extra. Why do you think we have a service failure of late when citizens are paying and they could not deliver? Recently, how much they owe the car power ship? Not because of misappropriation of funds.
So you think say the ACC for ask the first lady for evidence?
Well, the ACC, they have a role to play. And I hope they play their role very well. May not be like what we call selective justice in this country.
Continue for stay with me inside the program. Raymond Zira Turi, political science researcher and a member of a think tank. We do research and talk on national politics. First time lecturer from Big College, now the political science department. Continue for stay with me inside the program. Good morning, Salon.
Well, inside the program now we take break. After the break, we get more first lady statements that we'll get for can play where we political analysts go analyze them inside the program.
Africa.
Hamza, come quick, man. Come quick.
What's in up on Kadia too?
You don't hear for the Ramadan promotion where Sierra mineral water they come up with?
I know you hear it.
Well, don't make I tell you. You know, Sierra mineral water company are the best bottled water company in a salon, right?
Yes, I know.
Then always they give you quality product them since the get-go. We make the 100% glycerin product that is taste of salon.
Oh, Kadia too, I know all that. Tell me about the Ramadan promotion.
The promotion they start from the beginning of March till the Ramadan done. And the grand prize now 100,000 million or 100 million only.
100,000 millions?
In Ethiopia. Then get other cash prizes there, wey start from 1,000 euros, 5,000 euros, till 20,000 euros. They also they give out motorbikes, 50 kgs, juice packs, t-shirts, caps, wristbands, etc.
Well, this Ramadan go fine for Boko people then.
Yes, that's the spirit of Ramadan.
How for take part from this promotion?
When you buy a bottle water, open them, look inside the stopper, then you go see if you win or not.
Sierra Mineral Ramadan promotion. Now for all man. Happy Ramadan.
Sierra Leone Commercial.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer or send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money now the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Exalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. That pardon done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go on Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. Delivering God.
Commercial Bank.
As we celebrate this Ramadan with love, sharing, caring, and blessing, and we make all we subscribers and know say we ready for give you so much more because this Ramadan now you get.
AfriCell they bring a special Ramadan promotion where they give you chance to win thousands of new loans and millions of old loans because this Ramadan now you get.
For qualify, just dial *777# call or send empty message to 777 for just 1 million and you will get 1 million honest credit plus one chance na the show. The more you call or send empty message to 777, the more chance you will get for win. Buy top up or data with Afri Money and get double chances for any transaction. We dey show you say this Ramadan, now you get. For you will not join the AfriCell family yet, just buy new AfriCell SIM card and you will qualify straight for the draw and get chance for win plenty money from the AfriCell Ramadan promotion. Now you get.
This show go dey live on AYB TV, Star TV, Classic TV, FTN, AfriCell Salon Facebook page, Afri Radio, and other major radio stations them in the country. 8 o'clock na net every Mondays to Fridays.
So join me for the ride, the suspense, and the thrills of the radio and television game show. Now you get, and get yours from AfriCell this Ramadan. The AfriCell Ramadan promotion don't come, and AfriCell they wish you a blessed Ramadan.
Well, the program we listen to now, Good Morning Salon, when it comes to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, we continue for look at more stories them inside the program. As the official opening of the conference on the status of women CSW don't start, now the United Nations headquarters and different sessions and events and on the happen on issues them well done the Hamburg woman and girl picking them na the one, the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Dr. Aissata Maoui say, inside in session say Salon government don't put law and policy there in place for ensure say safety and protection of women and girl picking them, therefore rape on different thing them we don't Hamburg them. Well, for more on this, make we listen to a reporter Saptu Kalon.
Conference on the Status of Women, CSW, be formed by the United Nations as one of the commitments for promote gender equality and women's empowerment. And this conference on the status of women can meet any year inside March at the United Nations headquarters in New York for discuss and look at different issues on promoting women's rights and empowerment, reduce discrimination against women, and achieve gender equality. And as the Conference on Status of Women can happen any year, the 69th session of this event they go on now the United Nations headquarters in New York, and Salon part of the 69th session of CSW with a delegation where the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Aissata Mahoui, lead. And the theme for the 69 Conference on the Status of Women, na empowering women, strengthening society. And inside the official opening of CSW, the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Aissata Mahoy, they do in first appearance on the topic, charting a path towards the future girls want. And this session we get different speaker them from Netherlands, Mexico, Finland, Salon, and other one them. And for Salon situation on the status of girl picking them and waiting governments don't do for reduce the challenge the way girl picking and woman them still get, the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Aissata Mahoy, beget this for say.
And the stories from there is not far from what we also experience in Sierra Leone. For those of you that have been following history, Sierra Leone suffered 11 years of war. And in those 11 years, physicians of human rights have found out that it's over 55,000 women and girls that were raped, tortured, injured, and killed. Some of them killed. So today, we are facing a world where our country is one of those that bears that particular history where women have suffered.
The Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs inside the CSW conference continue and state some of the measures the way government has London put in place for give safe space and protect women and girl picking them.
Sierra Leone has done tremendously in terms of putting the legal frameworks together. In 2007, we developed what we call the 3 gender justice laws that looks into Domestic Violence Act, Registration of Customary Marriage and Divorce Act, and Devolution of Estate Act. Why did we look at these laws? Because they are the laws that will strengthen the justice for women. We have heard about the landmark Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act, which is talking about financial inclusion for women. And today, my government is boasting of having over 34.5% of female ministers in government and 35% of female deputy ministers.
Madam Mahoy end the statement and call on other speakers them for let them begin take action against the bad thing them where woman and girl picking them still they face na the wall. Sarah Sophia Sirin, na the chairperson, Office of Gender na Finland. They be talk on 3-point strategy them where Finland they do for address issue them we get for do with woman and girl picking them na that country day.
I think we have in Finland called 3 points. So 3 points regarding your questions on a shorter perspective and then on a longer perspective. On a shorter perspective, what could be done right now and what actually each and every one adults here could and should do every day is to encourage and support young people in their means and activities and interests that they have. Young women like you who participate actively and they need to have a place there, have their say.
Charting a path towards the future girls want inside conference room 9 na the United Nations headquarters in New York. We end with different questions and answer them from the speaker them. Radio Democracy will continue to give you updates on the different session and side events on the 69th session on the conference of status of women. Very happy now na the United Nations headquarters in New York. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me na Saptiu Kalon.
The program, now good morning, salute the country from 98.1 FM. And we bring you this edition, Musa Kamana Minim.
And your name na Kabia.
And as we mentioned earlier, today features the journey we look at First Lady statements them against presidential appointees, waiting this mean for governance and service delivery. We will talk to Raymond Yira Toure, first and lecturer at the Political Science Department, Frobe College, and now a private researcher and a member of political think tank group where they do research and talk on national politics. And earlier we would expect the spokesperson office of the First Lady, Wina Usudadida Jalo. We don't join we now the studio now. Good morning and welcome to the program also.
Good morning, my brother.
Little bit late.
Yeah. Unforeseen circumstances.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And we look at the First Lady statements then on political appointees then and different government functionaries within this mean for governance. Before we come to listen to some of the stories then, the statements then, we don't play one, the issue in corner, you get the chance for respond to that. And we look at the one now we get for do with a statement after the accident where it been gets. And this statement I want we make at the SLPP convention ahead of the 2023 election. Make we listen to Ram, you go can respond to them now as spokesperson for the First Lady.
Very unfortunate situation happened to me 2 days ago when I come out Kono for camp Freetown. Now, me not a police officer, so I'm not involved in the investigation. But I know say I was there. I saw it with my own eye. This tractor or whatever it could be, this trailer, and it came in a convoy with my vehicle and only 4 security vehicles there. The rest of everybody there were JMB members who came with me. Now this convoy, this trailer, whether the driver counts, they know exactly which number we did. And the only time the driver said he break court, it was coming directly at me and he would kill me. The reason why I bring and come to this national delegates here, now the whole world, I might not be the president of the country, I might not be the vice president of the country, but if I am the one that wants to kill, I think I need protection. So because of that one day, now listen to this. I will always say thank you to the grassroots of this country and the party. Because from that day when this thing happened, I'm not able to count the thousands and thousands of UNA will check on me, will send me message, will pray for me. But guess what? President Bio in government, less than 10 ministers and they call for Chicago. So I'm not there for one beginning call name. I'm not there. But if I can do the job also, not only as President Bio in wife, but I can do this job as an SMPP person and I get a constituency, I feel say they need for protecting me. So to have the delegates people there, and I help me now ask President Bio say, let them help them protect me. If they don't protect me, I don't need to be. It's about the school.
Yes, indeed. That's a statement where the First Lady make na the SLPP convention. Usai UBC, the president being grabbed, go talk to them for tap some of them talking the Usai say when he gets accidents, some of the reach 10 ministers will tell them Osh now already grassroots. Usudadida, when you look at the statement of the First Lady against political appointees and government officials, what in this mean for governance and service delivery from the office of the First Lady? What in you make up of the statement here?
All right, thank you very much. I want to first of all say sorry to Famble. I've been following the conversation on the way where I come and follow it in the political analyst in the studio say, and I don't listen to the record on a play of the First Lady statement. I want for first of all note and establish this reality. Say the office of the First Lady, now a very important. It's part of the office of the president. And which we used to forget as an office of the First Lady, when which we get now quite different thing. Before this time, since independence to 2018, we now we get actually a better definition of a First Lady. Which we be get as a First Lady, not just the wife of a president, within a state lodge, take care of the state lodge, take care of make provision, cook boku good food for strangers when they come, and decorate the state lodge as and when necessary. It was just a rule for a housewife. But when Dr. Fatima Maada Bio came in 2018, it transcends that definition. She has brought a lot of good things on the table. It will become one of the biggest organs where they complement the government. And so much the midwife, the vision of His Excellency the President, when her own husband. So for anybody who want for let President Bio succeed, there could not be more than a wife. So the success of the president is so much more waiting the First Lady they do.
A statement where the political analysts not disagree with, he agree with them, but he gets concerned about the statements them we make. Like the one at Kono, where he say some people are the governments, some then get some dog then at the government, and also then they collect brown envelope. Then statements here, na in Salon people get concerned, but not only the effort of the First Lady, we help a man for succeed or do advocacy.
Okay, so the First Lady be go Kono couple days for lead a peaceful protest. We get for do the condition of service of brothers and sisters in a Kono. Whatever the First Lady go do in a Kono for the Kono people, is by extension for the people of Sierra Leone. I don't say this on national television, and I say again now that we no need for trivialize waiting the First Lady say. The First Lady was addressing an issue, and speaking to that context, it gets the way how he presents the issue. Now, if you, as a journalist, let me take you as simple case study, you don't put a lot of your effort for get a balanced story, for get an investigative, you investigate a story. Then little or no time you can for realize that your efforts not yield any dividend from who's they report the story from. And you understand, say maybe now one or two people away they close to you, they actually forestall the process of that. You tend for be frustrated. You go tend for, say things within the context or within the issue we discuss. It actually the resonance actually to what people go say like what they say now. So the First Lady actually refer to any single person. She had not mentioned any single minister. She had not mentioned.
We have not say mention any
yes,
single
I just want
person.
to build the premise on that statement. She had not mentioned any individual. She had not mentioned any government. And when we talk about government, government not necessarily means that the one every president be appointed no more. You get people who are not to president be appointed themselves in the government. They are working in the government. They are working with the government. So if the First Lady make a statement with Koidu Holding issue, say we get some people away they undermine the process. In that context, when you talk about Dog Motorman, in referring to what you talk about people they undermine. You talk about brown envelope scenario. If you look at somebody with undermine the process, for example, that person way, if this is an issue, we need to resolve this. The people who for resolve and for not ready for resolve them. This one or two people go come take something in the pretext say they go work with the interest of the company against the interest of the people who they work there and come back in our government and make as if you are protecting the people. Those are the kinds of people who the First Lady in this context they refer to as Dog Motorman.
So the First Lady office important as you talk, even the political analysts that agree. You think saying that the right approach the First Lady being do that particular time they won't be so emotional and say some government appointees and a dog and then they undermine the process?
If I say I'm on my own, people will say because I'm a spokesman to the First Lady. But I quote within the Minister of Labour and Social Security say the decision, the steps of the First Lady going to Kono, leading the protest, leading that revolution is quite correct, right, and an accurate move. We're not getting no blunder at all.
According to you, the First Lady before that for continue for explain say during that time they don't like to Koidu limited, they don't agree and all. Then when I respond to them as the First Lady, then copy the Chief Minister and copy the Minister of Mines. Then if I say to that statement, they say as disrespectful.
Okay, so let's give the story in a jiffy. I don't dare on several occasions where the First Lady engaged the leadership of Koidu Holdings. The engagement of the First Lady with Koidu Holdings, not to just the protest. People are just seeing the protest. But there are many actions will lead to the protest. The First Lady as Kono person, where they born na Kono a family come from, and she's part of Kono, feel very, very concerned. Because the concern of the First Lady not just limited to Kono. This is the caring model of Sierra Leone. For any side there is a problem, we're going to do with the condition or services of people or their earnings. She's very, very concerned. So it got Kono. Now, before going to Kono, she had series of engagement with Koidu Holdings. Koidu Holdings, they come to the First Lady and agree to the negotiations as First Lady. Because the First Lady not just grab for talk to Koidu Holdings. She has the express authority of the president. President Bio, when at the president of Salon, now he get the mandate for like when he talks to you, even say, okay, well, this me brother when a journalist or this journalist, they give this responsibility. It not necessarily means for like appoint you as a minister before you give responsibility. So the First Lady went there as a complementary organ of the president. Now, Koidu Holdings has been there. They don't engage there several times on meetings. They agree with the negotiations and the demands of the people. After a while, when they go, they don't respond to it. They don't agree. It's happened 1, 2, 3 occasions. And this is not the model of the company since the previous administration. When there are concerns, they can sit on the table, agree for solve them. When they go back,
also make I take you again. by words them we don't mention. They say the First Lady office is a very strategic office and a component of the presidency. And he said it go corner under the blessing of the president. And the word that some dog Motalman they did at these governments, we know what let thing happen. How the president resonate with that statement?
I'm not going to tell you how President Bio feel. Because I am not.
How the presidency resonate to that statement?
I will not tell you how the presidency resonate. I tell you, say
the First Lady regret that statement.
Yes, no, well, I'm not going to say the First Lady.
You're not the spokesperson.
I am saying, if I'm me to tell you as spokesperson, say the context at which the First Lady used that statement, that wording, that statement was right and true. There could not be any better statement we go say at that time.
You support the statement?
Yes, I support that statement.
Plenty people not get because the way how the waiting the First Lady go do na kono now one way plenty people even though they agree to say because of one stories they don't they happen don't they agree but waiting people concerned but now the kind of words them where the First Lady don't use you know somebody there at the office you say you agree with these statements here it calling people dog what do you mean?
Okay, like you one quality one characteristics of a dog now an animal, well, like I said, so lower aspect of humans. So we get that definition as a dog. That's how science defined it. A dog, now one of its characteristics, you can get them as an owner, right? When you get them as an owner, you go one for you to take the responsibility for feeding. But when you step outside, they will tend to go eat other side. So it eats from more than one from one plate. So this is why I said if the First Lady is talking about people where they go collect envelope or where they go collect things them from Koidu Holdings, in the pretext say they will stand by the company, in the name say they work with the government, and then they come back to government and say we are being paid for do the thing where they do so for Sierra Leoneans them, it's one and the same.
Okay, you talk about the context where the First Lady talk and some people frown at them. The First Lady go apologize already for apologize.
I don't see Usai Salon people and frown at the statement.
So people are happy with the statement.
I have not countenance. I
don't see Facebook, go on social media, people don't respond.
Facebook not reflect the views of Sierra Leoneans.
What do they reflect?
These are just few people who go there on social media and say anything. For example, like you an example. If people and they na salon, you get few people where they use social media, maybe one or two or three. They say radio democracy. Not to a radio where they go according to the ethics of journalism. Does that mean they are not going to the ethics of journalism?
We go out there in the States, you don't see people don't frown. We don't do interviews them and all.
This issue happened from that Tuesday to this moment. Sierra Leoneans are in different corners that they face, even if they come at this point here. So now the junction of Duazak, I mean Sierra Leoneans they celebrate. What did the First Lady do?
Okay.
The effort for lead the protest, the effort for ensure say the issues of Kono. People who work na Koidu get a permanent.
Like a holiday account to me with political analyst where don't they talk now the program for long term. Who said that the spokesperson for the First Lady say that statement they people take them out of context and you know one person you say you frown at that statement and also he say the media they trivialize the issue. You think it's a trivial issue this or the statement now the right statement for address the issue?
No, it's nothing about trivializing or amplifying this issue. I have to state, family, what do we expect from the leader? The leader, we can fine tune this in defense of the First Lady in utterance. Now, more not even use any academic standpoint from a commonsensical point of view. I can understand. We all hail from that background there. And we're so passionate. That's the passion she had. But you don't call people serving a government as dog people. Not taken from a literary point of view. That would just be an explanation coming from you. But from a generic standpoint, you don't refer to people, and especially you win ahead. My brother, anybody with in leadership position, you don't speak from the heart, speak from the head. So I know anybody will know say no, the leader will just come here to fine-tune and defend the statement.
Now, the issue of apology, you think that First Lady owns Sierra Leoneans or government officials' apology for the statement, dog?
a moral perspective, get what you call administrative ethics, political ethics. This statement is so harsh, it's too harsh. And it dampens the spirit of the one the way they work for help a man make it succeed.
So, but according to Usudadi, that they misunderstand the statement.
No,
what they mean.
You cannot interpret this statement from a parochial standpoint because you are part of the office of the First Lady. You are here in defense. No, let's look at it from a commonsensical standpoint. I will call mortal man say they dog mortal man there.
So, why other statements where Usu says happy with and waiting the First Lady say now say the First Lady go further for say the people in right time after they don't agree when on the right time then copy the Chief Minister and then copy the Minister of Mines talking about governance, how important the Chief Minister they and the Minister of Mines when campaign mining issues them na the country. What's the makeup of that?
Well, if these two personalities when they form the government, they're part of the government, now they undermine them, I think there are other steps to follow.
Okay. So as we round up the program now, you statement or you word to the office of the First Lady in terms of activities and kind of statement the way the public will expect from her as mother of the nation.
I will state this. Not so even this, several states. I remember at a point we talk say they get for the how do you call it mob justice people. These are statements we know for come up from the head of a nation, especially Mama. It gets on good side, we they promote and are happy for them. It stand by a man, and the thick and thin is stand by a man. Now we don't know sister, but equally, anybody win ahead, you get for take tell which they talk publicly because anything we talk it becomes a policy statement. So that is why leaders should not talk from the heart. Let them talk from the head.
Thank you very much for joining me in this edition of the program. We'll not get better time again. We get for hopefully get to you one more often at the studio for local political issues and national issues. Then, please thank you, Raymond Gira Toure, for joining me in first and lecturer at the Political Science Department for Bay College and also in a private researcher on politics in the country. I can't use that. You say that the president will send the First Lady in a corner. When he come back, he reports to the president. If yes, what's in the president and respond to that?
I'm not going to give you the response of the president.
Why?
This is the husband of the First Lady. Just like what we other guests say, we talk about say pillow effect. I will not tell you when and how when the First Lady reports to the president, but the First Lady has the express authority of the president for good conduct. Let's just make it in this way. Jesus Christ, like the Bible say, let those without sin be the first for cast the stone. Me, the one that we don't see the vex for this talking, and the one that we don't cause bad cost them past.
Let's go down.
I'm not going to mention name, but I am saying, let the one we not ever refer say, no ever talk dog mortal man talk in life, be the first for cast the stone.
What are the position?
Take the position away. The First Lady is addressing an age-old challenge where you need a radical approach for make you give the people of Kono a better standard of living.
And you talk, say, the First Lady doing a statement, talk about brown envelope and all, and plenty people don't they say this na case for the ACC investigates. The First Lady ready for cooperate with the ACC for go the evidence then they, because from a point of view, the First Lady they talk, you go no say and get evidence and get facts as in they present in statements.
Away from the president of Sierra Leone and the anti-corruption commissioner. No Sierra Leone are not the way they fight corruption reach the First Lady. So for any issue whether for those corruption, she's willing and ready round the clock for ensure.
Including this?
This is not an exception.
Okay.
Also, Dadida, plenty thank you for joining me inside the program. Though you come late, but we hope for to get you now the program for talk on issues in the office of the First Lady. Thank you for
thank you very much. Maybe finally before we go, I want to say again to Sierra Leoneans, the issue at hand, worth for to trivialize.
Afisi will apologize on behalf
the
of
First Lady has said the statement will be in line with the context where they talk about.
Maybe the First Lady go apologize after this program.
Well, I know, as far as we are concerned as Sierra Leoneans, the First Lady went to Kono for address a problem.
Thank you, Sudadida, for joining the 30th edition of the program. Good morning, Salon. In the spokesperson office of the First Lady. Today we'll be look at First Lady statements them against government officials and political appointees and the impact where this gets on governance and service delivery. We will get Raymond Jira Toure, and a political science analyst. Plenty thank you for joining me, guys, and plenty thank you to DJ Sugarcane for technical support, Jafar Mans Davis, Mary Kamara Bangura, and Fatima Samura for making us see live na Facebook. Usman Kamara, we all support Facebook Live, and plenty thank you to Michael Sambola, Kabia, and Mangi Mansari for putting this program together. So tell them Musa Kamara, say have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
And Kabia, say continue for listening to Radio Democracy.
Stay tuned to Radio Democracy.